Huge EastEnders twist as George's whereabouts on Christmas night finally revealed. As viewers of the BBC soap will remember, every member of the Beale and Knight clans provided an alibi for their whereabouts on the festive evening. That was because wicked Cindy Beale had been viciously attacked with a snow shovel, and until February, nobody knew who was responsible. It later transpired that Kathy Cotton was the culprit, but that left a lot of questions as to where everyone else was on the fateful night, and whether they were telling the truth. George told his family that he was partaking in an illegal underground boxing match, but also later asked brother Kojo to back up his alibi. He then admitted to daughter Gina that he wasn't at the fight. In scenes that air this week, Elaine is left furious when he helps out with Cindy's relaunch of The Prince Albert, and her rival karaoke party flops. And by this time, next week, things aren't any better between the couple. Tension is simmering behind the bar at the Vic, as she silently fumes over George, lending his ex-wife, a hand with her reopening. Elaine decides to show her husband how committed she is to him, and presents a touching gift, honoring his boxing past. However, as they relish in happiness, his son Junior storms in and drops a bombshell. At Christmas, George secretly visited his ex Sabrina, Junior's mom. An argument escalates when he admits that Sabrina kissed him. Although he pushed her away, Elaine declares that she's had enough and throws him out of the family home. An emotional George heads out to find Junior to vent his frustration, but instead crosses paths with Cindy, who, perhaps conveniently, is there to offer a shoulder to cry on. Is she trying to worm her way in again? Later, Elaine tries to make peace and goes looking for George, only to spot him on the balcony of the Albert in a very warm embrace with Cindy. Heartbroken, she retreats to the cafe to gather herself. But things go from bad to worse when she returns, and Felix lets slip that George and Cindy left together, believing that he has betrayed her. Elaine decides not to wallow in self-pity and calls up someone for a drink. While she waits, a cheeky punter named Stephen tries his luck, but is quickly brushed to one side by Elaine's old pal Drew Peacock, the drag queen who had a secret relationship with her late husband. Drew gives Elaine a much-needed pep talk, reminding her to remain strong and not let Cindy get her down. Boosted by Drew's words, Elaine makes a shocking decision. What does she do?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Trailer TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.